All right, so if you guys are worried about Pokemon Bank shutting down, here's some things that you're going to want to prioritize. I know a lot of us have been working on our different dexes over the years. If you guys are working on an Origin dex, it is going to be really important that you get that done ASAP. As of right now, there is no announcement of a virtual console for Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal. So Pokemon with this Origin mark will no longer be available as of right now until we get announcement of another virtual console version of Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal. If you guys don't know, again, on the 3DS, we had the virtual console version of Gen 1 and Gen 2. And we were able to get these Pokemon. These have their hidden ability. They're really neat Pokemon to have. Again, if they do end up shutting down fully and they don't announce a re-release of Virtual Console Gen 1 and Gen 2, these will no longer be available. The next thing, these are from Sword and Shield. They did a re-release of these, but in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you can get an Ash Hat Pikachu. It is available to be shiny. There is no shiny sprite for it. It was an error in the code, but it does get the shiny mark on it, and it does have the sparkles. You can use a QR code in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon and get that Pikachu, and you can reset for it until it's shiny. So if you guys do want to do that, you will have the ability to in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. That's a hunt that you might want to prioritize before Bank shuts down in February. For those that play Crystal on the Virtual Console, Celebi is going to be another Pokemon that you're going to want to prioritize. If you don't have that Celebi, you're going to want to go ahead and get it. You do have to beat the Elite Four and finish. I believe you do have to fight Red on Mount Silver. However, you can also shiny hunt this. This is a hunt that I still need to do. I'm going to go in and get Celebi with my original trainer ID. Also, keep in mind, don't worry about the Pokeball. Any Pokeball that you catch this in is going to turn into a regular one when you transfer it up. So if you use a Master Ball on it, it will turn into a regular Pokeball when it leaves Gen 2. So just something to keep in mind. I am going to do this before the servers shut down. The next thing that you're probably going to want to focus on is going to be a Spinda. Spinda is not available in modern Pokemon. You cannot bring it up from BDSP. It is not available in Sword and Shield. It's not available in Scarlet or Violet. It's not in ZA, and it's not in Legends Arceus. The only way to get a Spinda in home to register into your dex is by bringing it up from Gen 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Now, if you want to get a shiny, you can use Method in other games. So I would get a Spinda before the servers shut down. That's just something that I would kind of really focus on because it's just going to be a pain. We don't know when's the next time that we're going to be able to get these. For those that have the Wishmaker Jirachi, there's a bonus disc, I believe with Coliseum, that gives you a Jirachi. You can do this as many times. You just need a fresh save on Ruby Sapphire, and it'll just generate one for you. So you can get this as many times. This is also shiny huntable. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I don't have the time, unfortunately. That was a hunt that I would have loved to have set up one day, but unfortunately, that's just going to be locked away to time. I just have my Pokemon Go Jirachi. I don't like using Pokemon Go Pokemon, but Mythicals are kind of the only exception that I have for it. Now, from there, Gen 4, you should be able to almost hunt anything in modern Pokemon. I would just probably say if you have the ability to get the items to Shiny Hunt, Shaman, and Darkrai, you can. I have the items in BDSP, so I am going to go into BDSP and Shiny Hunt there. I'm on the fence. I wouldn't mind using an action replay to inject the events on my platinum copy and hunt them at 8192 odds. But with the time that we have left, I don't know if that's feasible. And that's kind of the heartbreaking part. For Generation 5, there's nothing really except Victini. If you use the DNS method, you can still get Victini in there. They did give away a Victini during the Sword and Shield era. I have this one in here. I'm probably going to go back and get a Gen 5 Victini with the DNS trick, just so that way it is from Gen 5. Everything else is from Gen 5 on this, so I kind of want one just to have one. Unfortunately, this is shiny locked, so it's never been given out shiny, so you don't have to worry about trying to shiny hunt it. And then for Generation 6, there's nothing really that we have too much to worry about. The only thing I would say is if you have a Pokeball pattern Vivian in your box, I would trade it up if you want to take it with you, just because you will no longer be able to get this because they haven't re-released this. So as of right now, I got this. This is the original one from the summer of 2014. If you don't have Vivian in your collection in home with the Pokeball pattern, again, you kind of have to decide whether you're going to bring it up or leave it. Ash Greninja is another thing. This is from the demo of Sun and Moon. It's kind of up to you guys if you're going to want to bring it up. They kind of did ruin this. They got rid of the ability to change its form. It now just does something in battle. I think it just gets an attack increase if it knocks a Pokemon out. It's almost like Beast Boost for the Ultra Beasts. So it's kind of iffy. If you guys want to bring it up, just keep in mind it will no longer be able to transform into Ash Greninja. It just gets an attack boost in battle. But I already have mine up here, and I've got an extra one in my Sun and Moon copy, so it's just going to stay there for that. The Vivian from the original games, all of these have their origin mark and my trainer ID. So these right here are from the original game that they released in. I also have the GTS Vivian. I preferred it to have my original trainer ID. In Generation 7, this is going to be where you guys are going to want to prioritize your shiny hunts. I would work on Type Null. If you guys don't have Type Null shiny, this is going to be one that you're going to want to make sure that you get. You have to do this twice. If you have a shiny Living Dex that you're working on, you need to get Type Null. You can get it on Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. The reset for Sun and Moon is a little slow just because you have to kind of walk through all the dialogue for it. And then for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, it's a little bit of a pain to set up, but it is a quick soft reset. You just have to make sure that all of your boxes are full whenever they try to give it to you originally. Whenever they give it to you and your boxes are full and your party is full, they'll say, hey, come back for it at Aether Paradise. After that, go in, empty out one of your boxes, and then go to Aether Paradise. One of the assistants of Gladion will then try to give it to you. Save, and then she'll give you the Pokemon. If it's not shiny, just reset. But it's a little bit of a pain to set up, but it is worth it. These are also 1 in 4096 odds. They are not affected by the charm because it's a gift. You're also going to want to do that. If you don't have the Ultra Beasts, you can shiny hunt these in Dynamax Adventures. I have mine from the Wormholes, except for Buzzwole and Nihiligo. I'm going to go back and shiny hunt these in the Wormholes before I lose the opportunity to. So that's just going to be another hunt that I'm going to work on, but that's a low priority. Poipole is one that you guys do want to prioritize. Poipole will be the same, a soft reset. Just make sure that you decline getting him after the battle with Ultra Necrozma and then come back, and then you can soft reset for it. So just kind of keep that in mind. Same with Blacephalon and Stakataka. They're available in Dynamax Adventures, but I just think it's cool to get them from their original generation. Now, the Magearna, the non-original pattern. So this one will have your trainer ID, but it'll show a Sword and Shield origin mark. This is for completing the decks in Pokemon Home up to Sword and Shield. This one is the one that you get through QR code in Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I would get one with your trainer ID before you lose the opportunity to, because the Pokeball one that you get in Home will have the Sword and Shield mark, and then the Magearna that you get in ZA has Jet's trainer ID. So in order to get this one with your trainer ID, that'll be the only way. I know this is a long video. Again, here is the Ash Hat Pikachu that can be from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Again, I am planning on resetting for that. I have a separate box just for like my Pokemon that I used Z moves with. So I still need to hunt a Mimikyu from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So there's just a lot of hunts, guys. Like there's just a lot of things that you can do in these older games. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of stuff that you're going to want to prioritize. There's a lot of Pokemon that you're going to want to like have in your collection that you will no longer be able to have. So just something to think about. It's sad that this is kind of like finally come. And I know we all knew this day was coming. It sucks. It sucks.